Hello and welcome to the 777 Media's Zed Sports update. Here we update you on everything football. European and Zambian football, we update you on everything, whether it's transfers, whether it's scores, whether it's betting tips. Okay, we're not going to do a lot of betting tips, but if we can, we'll tell you which teams are good and which teams are not doing well, then you make the decision on your own. But this is why we're here, and my name is Shizzy, and this show is of course sponsored by Grocery on Wheel, your number one online grocery store. You just make your orders from your phone or from your PC, from your home or from your office, wherever that you want to make the order from, and the order will be delivered to your doorstep. And also sponsored by Yasmeera Fabrication. That is exactly where you should get your sheet metal products. Like, for example, if you want trunks, if you want these lockers that like I have in my office, if you want different items, kitchen units, there are a lot of items that they fabricate, and they're practically the best in the country, and their machines are excellent, top-notch, computer guided. Everything is really smooth and smooth to touch. It's really easy on your eye, and that's a company that you should really be going for if you're looking for sheet metal products. So back to the nitty gritty. For our very first episode, we have big news. Big news, and it's really gonna shake our national team because Aljosa Asanovic, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, but our head coach has decided to go AWOL on us. He's just, what do you call it? He's just given us a short coda, or he's just looked away and is not reported for duty for the past month or so. Ever since that loss we had against Mozambique on home ground, 1-0, he hasn't come back. Well, we don't know why he hasn't come back, whether it's maybe he received too much social media backlash from Faz, we don't know, but he hasn't come back, and Faz has been trying to call him to get him to come, but he hasn't come back. So the team is basically on their own. They don't have a head coach, and we are about to face a very strong Mali side that have really backed it up. They've really packed a punch right now to face Zambia. Of course, Mali has never beaten Zambia, so right now they are ready to face Zambia with all their major stars from Europe. The Bissoumas of Tottenham are coming. Of course, Bissouma was also a target for Arsenal, but of course he decided to join Antonio Conte at Tottenham, and he's ready to face Zambia and all these others. Of course, we also have our own stars. We've got Lamek Banda, who was called up. We've got Enoch Mwempu, we've got Patson Daka, we've got so many of these other European stars who are also coming to play for Zambia, but without a head coach. And I'm not so sure on Lamek Banda, who plays for Leeds, who joined Leeds recently, who's been doing really well for Leeds, by the way. He's really on fire, and if you get to watch his games, you really know that he's been really been on fire. I don't know if he's a doubt for this game, because in the last game he had an injury, and we don't know whether we'll see the likes of Lamek Banda performing for Zambia in these games, which will take place on the 23rd and the 26th of September. So as we wait for what's going on, okay, what do you think? What's your take on Aljosa Asanovic not reporting for duty for Zambia, even when the Football Association of Zambia has tried to contact him to bring him bring him back to work, bring him off the leave? We know he was hurt, but they've tried to bring him, but he's not yet here, and well, that's a big issue. Next on the topic, okay, before we go to the European side, we go back to the national team, because that's what's happening, okay, and the friendlies that are going on. Of course, we've got Patson Daka, who's dropped form some time back, but he's tried to pick up, and we'll want to see him, of course, excel. And I think it was great encouragement to see him start the game against Tottenham. Of course, they lost by a quite large margin, but you could see that there's some fire in there. And he's really trying, and we need to encourage him as Zambians, and we need to see him become better. but we also need to criticize him so that he becomes better. The only way sometimes to help improve a player is also to criticize, constructive criticism. Okay, you just tell him, oh no, this. We talk as Zambian fans. We all love our boy, and we all cheer on when he starts on the lineup, or he's playing, or he does something. We all cheering and we're all happy. And when he scores, we are crying, we are laughing, we are in ecstasy with him. So big up to our boy. And of course, Mwepu also has had a bumpy start to his career, as his season at Brighton. Of course, he wasn't starting. Maybe he had some injury of some sort back then. Then still, the new head coach, of course, now he's gone to the coach. He's gone to Chelsea now. He wasn't selecting him as much for the starting lineup. I don't know whether to protect him or not. So, but Mwepu is also going to be there, looking to regain his top form. Of course, we know what top quality player he is, and we all love him. So our stars are all going to be there, but is that going to be enough against a Mali side that is, well, they've got some good players in there. Okay, away from the Zambian the Zambian national team, going to the European League and going to of course we're on a break now. We're going to let's move to the Nations League that's happening in Europe. Let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, there's a news that has come out that he's planning to stay on until 2024. He's going to play the Euros for Portugal until 2024. Of course, we've seen Cristiano Ronaldo drop in form and drop in the pecking order for Ten Hag. Of course, he's not in the starting 11. And people have been criticizing him, and there was so much news about his transfer and why he wants to leave Manchester United, because it wasn't he didn't believe in the project. He had nothing. There was nothing wrong. He didn't see anything wrong in the manager per se, but he just didn't believe in the project. He doesn't see Man United fighting for the big titles, and he's an ambitious guy. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. He wants big things. He wants to win big things, and he wants to do big things. He wants to be in the Champions League. So of course he's gone down the pecking order at Manchester United, and we are waiting to see just what he can do with Portugal tomorrow and in the days to come over the weekend. We'll be watching Cristiano Ronaldo, but he's planning to stay on until 2024. He's going to be quite old then, but as you can see from Ibrahimovic and other players who have played past 40, well, it's possible. And as long as you keep yourself in shape, and like Cristiano Ronaldo always does, he's always going to be in shape, and he's always going to play at the top level in that respect. Okay, and in Chelsea news, we move to Chelsea. Well, Chelsea, according to rumors, Todd Boehly wants to change the name to the Cowboys. Well, that's the Cowboys. Honestly, Cowboys. Come on, could think of a better name. And for me, in my opinion, I think that's a wrong move. It's a wrong move to try to change a name that has been engraved in the hearts and souls of many Chelsea fans over the years. It's been engraved in the name of football, okay, for decades, okay, and just decide to change it to a name, especially the name Cowboys, which doesn't really relate to the people of England, because the cowboy is really big in the USA. So, and he's obviously from the United States, and you can understand the thinking. Well, I'm not sure. Well, it's just hearsay. We don't know whether that's really his intention to change the name. But if that's the intention, well, it's just going to show some. Well, it's going to show what it's been showing throughout this transfer window. They want someone they can't get. They throw money at them, but they still can't get that person. Recently, they wanted the director for RB Leipzig in Salzburg, for the Red Bull team. They wanted him to come over to scout their players and so on and so forth, and just direct their football. And they were close to signing him, but in the end it all collapsed and so on and so forth. Well, that just reflects on what's actually going on at Chelsea from us bystanders, from us onlookers, and then say great things about what's going on. I think the owner is a little bit too jumpy, if I can say. Boehly, just calm down. This is the Premier League. Of course, we have Arsenal still at the top. That's my team. Still at the top of the league. A lot of people doubting whether we would maintain that. But it's been 2 months in a row that we've been just constantly on top there, and it's a good feeling. We have been quite down all these years, and it's been quite bad, but the team seems to be clicking now. It's gelling, and of course we had a 15-year-old broke records to come in the 91st or 92nd minute. He broke all records in England for the youngest player to be fielded in a Premier League side, and so many records that you can check on the Arsenal site and how many records he broke. Ethan Nwaneri, and according to the news that I'm hearing, okay, when he was 10, okay, and he was brought to the academy, the Arsenal academy, and he was brought on to play. Well, he had to be taken off because all the children did not want to play with him because they couldn't get the ball off him. Okay, so he was that good at 10, and you can understand why he's been brought on why he was brought on for the Arsenal game against Brentford, which was also a very controversial game. Well, that's a name to look forward to. Ethan Nwaneri, okay, very good, apparently a very good player who we get to see, because we didn't see much of him. He just came on and the game was done against Brentford. Talking about the game against Brentford, well, keeps us on top and keeps a smile on my face. I haven't had one for a very long time, and we hope to see more success, as we also now wait to see our own Chipolo Polo go against Mali in the FIFA international friendlies. We hope to get this one done. We don't care if we don't have a head coach. Okay, you guys can do it, and I'm sure there are a lot of other assistant coaches who can help. So let's get behind our team. Let's watch our team fight for prepare for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers next year. So let's see how what these local coaches can do. I think it'll be a really good point for us to gauge and see how far what these local coaches can do as well, and which local coach is good, or if it's looking for a coach. But at this time, okay, we're really desperate. Okay, we're really desperate, and we need some stability for the team. Okay, so my name is Shizzy, and until next time, I'll be waiting for your comments down there. Just comment. Let us know how you feel about all these topics that we've talked about, okay? My name is Shizzy, and of course, this was the Zed Sports update, sponsored by Grocery on Wheel, Zambia's #1 online grocery store, and Yasmeera Fabrication, the leaders in steel metal products fabrication. So, yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.